Welcome to our quarterly service awards. I am Lachey King, the Employee Engagement Administrator, and I am super excited to welcome all of our honorees. Today we will be celebrating employees that started with us in the month of July, August, and September. So now I will turn it over to our city manager, Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Lachey. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. and Mrs. Walker, we have special guests in the house, and so I made sure I said hello to the two of them as I was walking in here. So, right on, Miss Walker, yes? Miss Deborah, as I like to refer to you as. You all know Mr. George Hanson. Everybody knows who you all are, so that's why I acknowledge you all first. So thank you for visiting with us today, and first and foremost, happy new fiscal year. All right? The fiscal year began October 1 for the city of Delray Beach, as is the case with just about all other municipalities in the state of Florida. Quite frankly, for me, professionally, it is my favorite time of the year. We get past the proposed budget process, it's adopted, we get to reset for the new fiscal year. Not to mention South Florida in the fall, October, November, December timeframe is quite nice. At least it's getting there. Never mind all the rain we just experienced. It's worse than Noah's Ark, ladies and gentlemen. 40 days and 40 nights. We had something like 65, 70 days and nights of rain. So we enjoy that aspect, and here we are. Also, as I was reminded when I walked into the office this morning, so I was a little bit late arriving here at City Hall this morning. I got here between 7:40 and 7:45. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little bit late. Typically, I like to arrive between 7:15, 7:20, 7:25, somewhere in there. And I'm usually the first in. So Dean Charles, my executive administrative assistant, she actually arrives a little bit earlier, typically a few minutes after I do. And she was already there because, as I just stated, a few minutes late. And the first remark to me was, Happy Bosses Day. And I didn't think about it, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot all about that. I don't think about it, but you all can damn sure that I do remain mindful of Administrative Professionals Day in April. Make sure we acknowledge and show love and appreciation in that regard. But Bosses Day, I did not think about it. So I said to myself, Terrence, as I make my way to the quarterly awards program this morning, make sure I wish everybody in attendance, the directors, the managers, and the supervisors, Happy Bosses Day. So for the record, Happy Bosses Day. Likewise, many of you all voiced leadership role and content in that regard. Department directors, managers, supervisors. So I will acknowledge the department directors who are in attendance. Chief Technology Officer, Director Jay Stacy is here with us. So my hour-long meeting that ended up being less than 15 minutes was 9 o'clock this morning with Director of Neighborhood and Community Services, Jerry Pryor. She was actually about, 5 minutes late? Yeah. And it didn't take that long anyway. Typically, a lot of my meetings work that way, so not a problem. But it was productive. Hopefully, you took care of everything else we talked about in the aftermath. I'd like to think you did. Don't let me have to give you the business in front of all these ladies and gentlemen.
I'm happy to. I did exactly what you asked me to do.
Okay, good to go then. No trouble for me. Okay. We also have Director of Human Resources with us, of whom I think we're celebrating today, Dwayne DeAndre is here. So stand up for a second. So this brother wore the bow tie for the occasion. You got the extra man and the red bow tie. He and I talked about this a few times. I'm not a bow tie person. I like the straight tie pretty much, and I don't think I have the physique for it. Doesn't look good, but you pull it off very well, Mr. DeAndre. And let's see, Director of Parks and Recreation, Sam Meatot. I thought I saw you over there someplace. Off to the side, kind of hiding behind Paul Weaver over there. No, you can man a room whenever you want to. Never mind stature. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I covered all department directors in attendance. And likewise, we'll go ahead and get on with ourselves, get on with the show. And those of you who are standing in the back, we have available seating. Don't be so antisocial. Come on down, grab a seat, enjoy the show. We cut off, this is a nice experience for about an hour. every quarterly. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I do enjoy myself because it's a great opportunity to not only say hello, but to also congratulations and kind words to everybody involved in the good work for which the city of Delray Beach is involved. So thank you very much. Yeah, that's the spirit. Grab a chair, make yourself comfortable. Let them have a seat first.
Yes, sir.
I guess Cynthia, Patrick, Letitia, Jackie. Officer Flournoy, Rumi, you guarding the door or what?
Yeah.
All right, he's keeping us safe, so we can't be upset with him. Okay, very good. Thank you. With that, Miss Lachey,
All right.
knock yourself out. Let's go to work.
All right, let's get started with the police department. With 20 years of service, Justin Reed. And with 20 years of service, Jennifer Brown. 20 years of service, Connie Jones. And 10 years of service, Daniel Ferrari. Going down to 5 years of service, Chasen Lane.
Congratulations, Officer Lang. Thank you very much. All right, right on.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm here to present to Officer Chasen Lane for
Just a second.
Oh, sorry.
I need to acknowledge I said hello to you when we first walked in. She's now Major Quinn. Now you can proceed. I have to get used to that, ladies and gentlemen. We implemented a reorganization, adjusting the captain positions into major positions. So Gary Ferrari, whom I interact from time to time, I catch previously Lieutenant Quinn, all of that, now Major Quinn in the Delray Beach Police Department. So a nice promotion, and we look forward to you making it count.
Thank
if
you.
I may say so.
Thank you.
Now you may continue.
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's your time.
All right. So Officer Lang is a proud product of this city, having been raised here and graduated from Village Academy. He has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to our residents, establishing a great rapport with our community. His dedication extends far beyond his daily duties, as evidenced in his volunteer work. From 2022 to 2024, he was a recipient of the AmeriCorps Presidential Award for Volunteer Service. This is a testament to his civic spirit and his commitment to mentoring youth through organizations like Knights of Pythagoras Mentoring Network and speaking to groups like the Women of Tomorrow, which again showcases his desire to positively shape the next generation. Officer Lang is currently assigned to our West Sector day shift. This is a busier area for calls for service. He is a hard worker, assisting his peers as needed on several occasions, and he has been a top performer on our shift. He has earned a patrol division commendation and consistently demonstrates an eagerness to learn and do things the right way. He continually takes the initiative to complete advanced training courses to further his knowledge, as he has desires to one day become a field training officer. Officer Lang is an asset to our agency and aspires to one day stepping into a leadership position. We thank you, Officer Lang, for your 5 years of dedication and service to our department and city, and we look forward to watching you continue to excel and reach your career goals. So thank you.
Congratulations, sir. Be safe.
Congratulations.
Who said that?
All right, and moving on. With 5 years of service, Janice Galvin.
Congratulations, ma'am. You're coming up here a little bit shy and sheepish. Is that so?
Yeah.
I think. Major Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. It's my honor and pleasure to recognize Janice Galvin. Janice began her career on August 10th, 2020, day of the week.
August 10th, 2020?
Yeah,
Monday.
that's right. All right, and I checked that. She began as an evidence custodian, joined at a time of transition when the unit supervisor was retiring, and a new supervisor with no prior experience in evidence was stepping in. Despite the challenges, Janice quickly proved to be a steady and knowledgeable asset to our department. She assisted with policy review, revisions, played a key role in converting evidence reports from an outdated system into a new current records management system, supported multiple audits involving more than 30,000 pieces of evidence, and also helped categorize evidence that went back almost 30 years. In addition, Janice earned a certificate through the International Association of Property and Evidence to further enhance her experience and professionalism. In May of 2024, Janice applied for an internal opening for the Records Division. In that role, she worked at the front desk, validated reports for the state and federal databases, scanned thousands of documents to corresponding reports, and provided a high level of customer service both internally and externally. Just 2 months later, in July of 2024, Janice was promoted to a senior position in the Records Division. In that capacity, she reviews every single police report, ensuring proper coding for accurate daily reporting to the FBI, which is critical for reporting purposes to make sure all of our crimes are reported accurately. She also prepares monthly reports for various units, assists with public records requests when needed, and continues to provide exceptional customer service. Janice has been an outstanding addition to our team. She comes to work with a positive attitude, is respected by both her peers and supervisors, consistently goes above and beyond, and outside of work, she's an amazing mom to 2 young boys, ages 2 and 9, and still finds the time and energy to support us and everyone around her. Janice truly exemplifies our core values of PACE, being professional, accountable, consistent, and engaged. We're proud to recognize you and thank you for your continuous dedication and your 5 years of service.
By the way, for those who reach the 5-year milestone, there's actually a little something extra. So I provided you yours concurrent with the certificate of recognition, but I just wish to highlight that for everybody because that's actually part of the package. So that's for you as well. You're welcome. Congratulations. Take care of those 2 boys. I can dig it. 2 sons myself.
It's a pin set.
Sorry, ma'am?
It's a nice pin set.
It's a nice pin set for the record. Now we blew away the surprise.
All right, moving on to utilities. With 25 years of service, Tavares Moore. And with 20 years of service, Leonis Denius. And with 20 years of service, Lester Key. Where is he? Oh, he's here. Okay, well, come on up.
Yeah, we were looking for you.
Congratulations.
Almost ran off.
How you doing? How you doing,
Sir, how are you?
All right.
All right. Congratulations, sir. All right, right on. For you. Please stand. We're going to take a picture in a couple
Yes.
of moments. Do tell.
Yeah, I just want to thank Leonis for everything that he do, the countless hours that he put in, that he come in anytime I call him, and his dedication, his support to our team. And this guy, I don't care when I call him, he's there, and he give 110%. He's my backbone to water distribution. I just want to say thank you and congratulations.
Before we take the photo, I've actually heard about that from Mr. Hassan Harjamiri himself, that you are a pretty industrious, hardworking, responsive, attentive person. So your reputation clearly precedes you, yes? Okay, well, congratulations. So good. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right. Good to see you, sir.
All right, and now with 20 years of service, Lester Key.
So we got Brother James off for the comments. Yes, sir. All right. What's up, Lester? Well, I remember I met you soon after I got here. We had the introduction of myself to the different departments, and we actually got to cut up with you a little bit. 1963, Mississippi, 1962. Right. Mississippi, all of that.
Show you right.
Yeah. Just to showcase that I, in fact, remember the tales about ladies and gentlemen with whom we interact. So, Gene, do tell.
Yes.
Congratulations, sir.
Good morning. I'm here to honor Mr. Lester Keys for his 20 years of service. Mr. Keys has provided numerous service throughout the utility department for over 20 years. He's one of the key point as far as serving the community with restoring the water. He takes his pride and joy with his contagious smile. A lot of the residents know Lester firsthand. Mr. Keys is always readily available anytime there's any construction or any type of assistance needed for emergency jobs. Me personally have the privilege of working with Lester his 20 years. He's always volunteer hurricanes, anything needed in utilities. He's always been really available. Outside of work, Mr. Keys is an avid man dedicating his time in the community. He's the father of 3, Dominique, Jerry, and LaToya. He's umpire for Derry American Youth Baseball. He's also, that's why some of us call him Sensei. He's a karate instructor over 20 years. Over 20 years at Pompey Park. Mr. Keys is a Delray native. He's a Delray native. He went to Pine Grove. He graduated from Atlantic High School. So when you're a native, your job with the city never ends. It's you in the grocery store, people asking you about the stuff that's regarding the city. Mr. Keys is very involved. Outside of that, he's also involved with one of the local mentoring programs. We call it the Dog Pound. Mr. Arafat is here in support. It's a group of men mentor young guys with a volunteer in the community. Gave up his garage. They do weightlifting training for all kids, teenagers, young ladies. These guys been doing it for years with dedicated service with troubled teens, and it's just one of those unsung things in the community that a lot of people don't know unless you're from here. But these guys does a great service throughout. One of his definitely proud achievement is Mr. Keys also is a deacon under Dr. Showers at Sutton Chapel on Southwest 4th Avenue. He serves as deacon over there on that board. So it's an honor and a privilege for me to stand here and honor Mr. Keys. So, Mr. Keys, congratulations. Continue to get work.
Ready to get back to work? Lester, congratulations. So Lester, for a second.
Lester.
You don't have to leave yet. I just wish to acknowledge. So Gene, in his speech, he talked about your karate experience, your sensei status. I actually learned about this, 3 years ago? What did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay. So I came to see you all on a Saturday. I was here at City Hall and I was invited to the 505 Teen Center. And there were you and a lot of your cohorts there getting down. I'm like, yeah, don't I work with you? So on and so forth. But what's neat about these experiences, ladies and gentlemen, is learning the habits, avocations of each individual employee. A lot of this, and people bring a lot to the table in that regard. So that's really nice to be able to share that, and therefore I encourage everybody to do what they can to promote themselves a little bit, because we all have a life after work, right?
Right.
We all need to do our best we can to demonstrate that and commit to that for our own personal growth.
That's right.
So I congratulate you for keeping at it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to information technology. With 5 years of service, Rafael Rodriguez.
And a little something extra I'll talk about a little while.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to celebrate Raphael's 5 years with the city. Raphael started with the city in 2020 as a technical support analyst, right in the middle of the COVID lockdowns. Now, that was a difficult time for all of us, but it was also a difficult time for IT departments. Like most cities, we were not fully prepared to have so many city employees working from home and to be able to continue to conduct business with the public, mainly through the use of technology. So Raphael was part of that core team that had to be on site every day to provide technology support. And after hours, he provided the support that was needed to run city commission and board meetings online. Online city commission meetings were slow and filled with technical glitches. And many meeting participants would connect remotely using their own computers, not computers that were issued by the IT department. And as you can imagine, many of these participants were not experts in technology. Raphael would have to quickly determine what was wrong and get the meeting back on track. Many times these meetings went to 11 p.m. and Raphael would be right back to work the next day to provide the service for the city employees that were on site. From the very beginning, he proved to be rock solid dependable. Then 2 years later, once the market started to open back up and become more competitive, we lost 3 employees in 1 month to other agencies. Now, we're already a small team, and I was pretty worried about how we were going to manage. I was afraid I was going to have to take my tie off and actually do some real work for a change, you know?
I thought the same as well.
But to my surprise, Raphael, Mr. Rock Solid Dependability, he stepped up. With little to no training on some of these systems, he took on most of the work left by those vacancies. And because of his extra efforts, the department continued to perform all of its essential functions. Raphael earned Employee of the Month that year and was recognized for his efforts at the City Commission meeting. Now, after that, Raphael's potential for growth became evident, and he was soon promoted to Technical Support Analyst 2, and shortly after that, promoted to Application Support Specialist. Now, I don't really have a funny story about Raphael, but I have one incident that's actually pretty embarrassing for me, and I'd like to explain myself and apologize to him in front of all these people. So I don't know if anyone else had experienced this, but during COVID, if I had only seen a person with their mask on, I wouldn't be able to recognize them when I finally saw them without the mask. Then Raphael must have been working here for over a year at this point. And one day I went to his desk and to ask him a question, and this stranger was sitting at his desk. I mean, I assumed it was a contractor or something doing some work for us, so I asked the stranger if Raphael will be back soon. The stranger looked at me funny. I looked around and all of IT was looking at me pretty funny. So suddenly I realized I had never seen Raphael without a mask. Now, Raphael must have been sitting there thinking, you know, I've been busting my hump for this guy for a year and he doesn't even know who I am. I mean, this is ridiculous. So in front of all these people, Raphael, I apologize for that boneheaded interaction. And you have always been important to me, and I hope I've done a better job of displaying that since that particular incident. So congratulations on your 5 years with the city.
And interestingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, I think a lot of us had that experience in 2020 until 2021, coming on board, interacting with people who we did not recognize with or without the mask on. But what I will also say regarding Raphael, when I came on board in 2021 with the intent on resuming normal operations, activities, etc., and offering leadership and guidance to get there, I've had a number of interactions with you during my transition into the organization, but more so behind the scenes city commission meetings, respective technical support. Kama's part of that, Fernando's part of that, others, but you've been a mainstay in that regard, and I got to know you pretty well. And this guy has a fairly robust ball cap collection. Yeah. Professional sports, colleges, and I would ask you what's the connection to any particular school, and you have a myriad of explanations as to why that is. Your daughter this or whatever the case, and
This is the main one right here, though. Kansas City.
do tell. Now that you point that out, explain to the ladies and gentlemen why would that be?
What?
Kansas City Chiefs. That's the
I mean,
main.
that's my team. you
And
know.
why would that be?
Because I've been a fan since I was very little, basically.
And this is why I like college athletics the best, ladies and gentlemen, because professional athletics is so hit or miss oftentimes, and people's connections transcend the geographical landscape. Here we are down in Miami metropolitan area. We got a big-time Kansas City Chief fan.
Why not? You know?
Right. So I'll tell you what.
Imagine being a Dolphins. I would be miserable.
So let me know. Yeah, now you're in trouble. I gotta say. So let me do this
I didn't know what I was
for you.
doing. I get it.
So the youngest of my two sons is currently an undergraduate student at Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
A famous alumnus of Texas Tech
Of
is
course. Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. So I took Grant to new student orientation last summer, and I'm walking around campuses. There are shrines of this guy like everywhere. So if I think about you next weekend for Parents Weekend while I'm down there, I may get you a little souvenir now that you clarified that in front of the ladies and gentlemen. So I'll keep that in mind, but don't hold it against me, ladies and gentlemen. College athletics is where it's at. So the Patrick Mahomes connection, I'll keep that in mind as I visit those couple days.
And the Miami Hurricanes. I do like Miami Hurricanes.
You just say it.
I put that out there.
Now you're in good company.
Yeah.
Congratulations and thank you for everything, Raphael.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get the picture yet. How did we forget?
Sorry.
Okay, just going on about athletics and we just lost our minds a bit. Right here. Raphael, thanks again.
Thank you.
And Jay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Please.
All right. And moving on to Parks and Recreation. With 20 years of service, Willie Brown. And with 15 years of service, James Navarrete.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
James has been with us since August of 2010. I knew of James before I came to Community Center, and didn't really know what to expect from him when I got there. But I've really had a pleasure to work with him for the last 7 years. He's my go-to person, very dependable, very, very dependable, shall I say, whether it's working with special events or wellness center or going to another division or whatnot. He's on an actual, what do we call it, James? A job task right now where he's actually helping out at Veterans Park every day. Never have to ask him twice when he's tasked something. Just very important to my actual job. He makes my job more smoother working over at Community Center with him. A little on a personal note, avid family man, father of 4, grandfather of 7. I just found that out the other day. One thing for certain you're going to see him doing every day is taking his walks. He actually has got me into taking walks and taking care of my health a little more. So I really enjoy working with James, even though he's an Ohio State fan. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I really enjoy working with him.
Hey, I wasn't about to say anything. Now I'm about to
That's the only gripe I have with James. He's an Ohio State fan. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. So,
before we take a picture, we have a picture.
but
It's very cogent, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure.
other than that, pleasure, opportunity to work with him, and I look forward to working with him for many more years.
Mr. James, what's the connection to the Ohio State University? Chartered 1870, Columbus, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm from Ohio,
Okay.
originally. About 10 years old, I saw Archie Griffin play.
Sure. That's a good
And
one.
that hooked me right there.
1975,
Yes.
74,
So at
Heisman
that
Trophy
time, I
winner
would have
2
been
years in a
about
row.
9 and 10.
Right.
And my daughter, my oldest daughter, went to Ohio State
Okay,
University.
that's fair enough.
So I've been there many times. You know, before that, I'd never been there until she went there.
That's excellent. She went there, nice
and then
place
she
for
went
school.
there, and I've been going to games almost yearly for quite a while now, at least one game a year. So
Well, you just redeemed yourself because you gave a little coaching history. Archie Griffin, 1974-75 Heisman Trophy winner. Your daughter having attended business school there. So I'm conscious about this because I'm a graduate of the University of Illinois, I think as many people know. So Ohio State University, as I predicted, decisively beat the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana this past weekend. And I knew that would be the case. And I wasn't too upset about it because I pretty much predicted that that would be the outcome. But here you are celebrating your awards in front of the ladies and gentlemen talking about the Ohio State University. You didn't have to mention all of that. So here we are. But nevertheless, congratulations in that regard. But the fact that it's all in the Big Ten Conference, I ain't mad at nobody. So congratulations and thank you. James, congratulations and thank you. Goodness gracious.
All right. Let me get the right one. Okay, moving on to the fire department with 20 years of service, Brian Fiore.
Chief Pearson.
Good morning, sir. Captain Fiore loves being the center of attention, so I told him I'd make this short and sweet for him. Captain Fiore was hired with us in September of 2005. He's currently serving as our Special Ops Captain. He's been there several years now. For those of you who don't know, our Special Operations is a kind of a branch of the fire department that covers all our specialty rescue items. So dive rescue, hazardous materials, technical rescue, rope rescue, things like those. So basically it's essentially taking the job of being a firefighter or paramedic and then adding a whole nother set of modalities to it. So he's fantastic at his job. We're happy to have him at our Special Operations Station. He's also an accomplished hazardous materials competition winner. So he's gone and done that. And for those of you who don't know, like I'm a nerd, I'm into computers, right? But hazardous materials is like a whole nother level of nerddom. So to be into that is a testament to how dedicated he is to it. So he's an avid trainer for our crews when they're working on all these different modalities. A lot of us during training will just, plop a piece of equipment on the table. We'll talk about our 10 points that we know about it and then move on. But Captain Fiore takes it the extra step. Usually making a PowerPoint presentation of some sort. So you would think it would be awkward having 3 people sitting at a table watching a PowerPoint presentation, and it is a little awkward, but it's efficient, so it works for him. He's not doing that. He's also setting up quizzes or even a game of Jeopardy with our hazardous materials items. So something a bit unique there that you don't see every day. So when he's not at the fire department, he's married to his wife Natalie. He's a family man, so he's got a son and 2 daughters. We often commiserate. Our sons are about a week apart, so we talk about how easy it is to raise teenage boys. And then his daughters are both in elementary school now. So with that, told you I'd keep it short. Congratulations on your 20 years. Happy to be working alongside you.
Congratulations. Thank you. By the way, before we jump to the next, I'd like to acknowledge another department director who's since joined us, Director of Utilities Hassan Hajjari is here. He looks like he's about to run out the door. That's all I catch him before he does so. But also representing the Delray Beach Fire Rescue Department, on behalf of Fire Rescue Chief Ronald Martin, we have Deputy Fire Rescue Chief Travis Frankel with us as well. So thank you all for being here. Please continue.
All right. And with 20 years of service, Jay Gunston. Ten years of service, Roland Da Silva. And 10 years of service, Chelsea Byrne. Okay, moving down to development services with 30 years of service, Gregory Banks. 20 years of service, Steve Tobias. And 20 years of service, Amy Alvarez. And with, 35 years of service, Glenda Rivera. And moving on to the Human Resources Department. With 10 years of service, Ebony Olivier.
Doesn't seem like you're old enough to have been with the city of Philly for 10 years.
Correct. I'm Dot Bastian, Human Resources, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate Ebony's 10 years with us. Before we get started on her list of accomplishments, Ebony is a very proud graduate of Florida State University. Here you go. She is a dedicated Swiftie. Do you know what that is? Everybody knows what a Swiftie is? Okay.
I just recently learned myself.
Yeah,
Old
dedicated
school classic
Swiftie.
rock band.
If there's a ticket to be had, Ebony is in search of it. And as you might, some of you might know, she's also an identical twin. And her identical twin is here today.
Of course, when I first met you in 2021, I did not realize you were a twin, much less an identical twin. So it would have been April 1st, 2022, Friday, April Fool's Day. They came up. I thought I was going crazy. Which one is which? And didn't I get it wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I knew what Ebony had on in the office to make sure I didn't get fooled when Kanja showed
They
up.
fooled me.
Yeah. So about Ebony
Still upset with you about that, by the way.
about Ebony here at the city, although her hire date is officially May 28th, 2015, she actually joined us 5 months earlier when she started as an unpaid intern. We knew right away that we had a jewel, and I went to my then boss and I said, "You have to pay this child because she's working her butt off, and it's all for free." So we at least made her a paid intern. And if you knew Patsy Fox at the time, she was in her office, and I was telling somebody, "Here's Patsy at her desk, and here's Ebony right next to her, like within 5 inches, learning every single thing she could about what Patsy did to prepare herself to apply for Patsy's job." And of course she did, and of course she was successful. So she then became the HR specialist for Human Resources. And again, the list of accomplishments is so long. She upgraded our recruitment process to make it more efficient and used her technical knowledge to maximize our online tools. She was promoted to HR generalist in 2017 and promoted to HR manager in 2021. She won Employee of the Month award in 2016 for implementing Delray Shadows Day. And that actually started as a germ of an idea. I think somebody reached out to her and said, "Hey, will you take a college student?" And the answer wasn't just yes. It was like, "Oh, let me create an entire new event for the entire city so we can have 16 shadows every year." And people are begging to get into that program, and she and her team have made it into something absolutely outstanding. She achieved her Society of Human Resources certification, which requires a rigorous course of study and testing. Not only did she do that, but she has encouraged her team to do the same thing. So we have a record number of SHRM members and SHRM certified people right now. She completed her training as a workplace EEOC investigator, which has prepared her to assist with investigating employee complaints, which she handled almost exclusively until we actually got some help recently. Ebony was instrumental in launching NeoGov Perform, which everybody is aware of. If she hadn't been here with our HR director handling the technical part, I'm not even sure it would have gotten launched. So that was an amazing accomplishment. She and her team have created, a very robust summer internship program where we're not just bringing interns in, but sometimes they're paid, sometimes they're not. There's orientation, there's trainings. It's an amazing program that basically she launched. And more recently, Ebony has spearheaded the city's initiative to become fully compliant with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. That might sound like just an administrative thing, but it was a monumental task where she had to do trainings and additional hours of planning and implementing, and it was huge. So we owe her a debt of gratitude for that. So suffice it to say that Ebony has crammed a lot of success into her 10 years. She invests time and energy into developing her team members to prepare them for promotions, and really, really encourages them to complete encouraging projects. So we are very grateful for Ebony's contributions, and I look forward to continuing to grow with her in the coming year or so. So thank you.
I don't believe you mentioned this in your overview, but you were also responsible, instrumental, or overly responsible for the NeoGov evaluation format platform, the creation thereof, and introducing that to the workplace.
Yes.
Yeah, so that came from you. Ebony Olivier made it a point to let me know that not long after I met you. So I have not forgot about that. In addition, you have family here.
I do.
So if you like, we can actually include them in a photo.
Sure.
All
Let's
right.
do one, and then we'll have them.
Okay, so two
Let's do the
photos,
official.
sir. So the three of us and the family. Come on up. You know who you are. All of you. Everybody.
Friends, family.
My twin sister. My
Of
twin
course.
cousins.
Look at this. Runs in the family. How about this? How do y'all do? All right. Congratulations. I'll stand on the end here. Oh, come on, man. I thought you were part of the crew. Thank you, ladies and
All right. And now, with 10 years of service, Dwayne DeAndre.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I get to stand here at the lectern to talk a little bit about Dwayne DeAndre. Already gave him a tough time about the lovely bow tie. It's just because I'm a little jealous because I have a hard time tying them and I try my best to be fashionable, but you look better in the bow ties than I do, I'll tell you what. I could talk a lot about Dwayne DeAndre since I've been on board with the City of Delray Beach as of August 2021. His accomplishments, contributions. Delray Beach is a full-service municipal operation, nearly 1,000 employees, and quite frankly, I rely on both he, members of his team, Dot Bass, others, Alexa, Paul, Ebony. I was about to mention, again, the twin. I was about to, Mrs. and Mrs. Olivier. But all of the ladies and gentlemen operating or functioning in the Department of Human Resources. Josh, recent addition, having a good experience with you professionally. Congratulations there. There's Amy, Hillary, all of you, Ron, Peter. You made sure the entire crew was here, didn't you? I hang out with Lachey at this all the time, so you count, but you don't count. So in any event, of course, a really involved and productive department, great leadership, great engagement, a solid member of the executive leadership team, many experiences, many productive outcomes. You and I work together in terms of the recruitment and appointment of department directors, for which is my responsibility among many. My favorite experience working with Dwayne DeAndre actually predates my arrival and selection to the city of Delray Beach, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just about all of you are familiar with my analytical abilities, my instant recall, focus, dates, etc. So in early 2021, I was wrapping up 8 years of service as College Park, Atlanta City Manager, 2013 to 2021. And I was being recruited for different opportunities for city manager positions in other parts of the country. And interestingly enough, word was out that, hey, Terrence Moore is available. He's in the marketplace for consideration, having been made available, offered a couple different opportunities, etc. So Monday, April 19, 2021, I received this random telephone call from this strange fellow, Dwayne DeAndrea. I used to butcher his last name back then. And he shared with me that he was from the city of Delray Beach, and he was referred to me by other professionals who was aware of my background, experiences, record of achievement, etc. And there's an interest in maybe you pursuing an opportunity here with the city of Delray Beach, Florida. And quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, at the time, the city of Delray Beach, Florida, in previous years, did not enjoy a good reputation for city managers. It was a place in which many in the profession avoided. Many people were concerned because of the revolving door environment and experience that had existed for nearly a decade up until that point. So I thought to myself, well, nice community, great place. There's a lot to be accomplished in that regard. And frankly, my record and background as a city manager would align in that regard. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a chance. But quite frankly, had it not been for that telephone call, I would have been in some other part of the country. I was familiar with Delray Beach, Florida because of previous experiences, including the first city manager position in the state of Florida, but as a young assistant in my 20s, 2 cities to the south of here in Deerfield Beach, Florida. So for that reason, I decided to give it a go because my interest was to transition forward, and you more or less talked me into it. So had it not been for Dwayne DeAndre, ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne DeAndrea, as I used to refer to you as in 2021, it's quite possible I would not have been here. And I am in the early part of my 5th year of service as Delray Beach's city manager, and quite frankly, I feel as though I've been here a lot longer than that. Goodness gracious and gee whiz. And much of that is a function of the numerous large-scale projects and programs that are being implemented concurrently, but you were the first official with whom I connected, representing the city of Delray Beach, and I'm grateful to you in that regard because it fostered an opportunity for me to continue to make continuous contributions professionally. And despite the static and the discord I experienced, ladies and gentlemen, I have a good time. As witnessed in my experiences and participation in these engagements, interacting with everyone, that's a genuine, sincere focus and synergy I constantly do my best to offer. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. But again, April 19, 2021, Monday morning, circa 9 o'clock. Yeah. A random telephone call. I did not recognize it. I damn near decided not to answer the phone. Who the hell is this? But I was around, so I did. And I'm very glad that I did, ladies and gentlemen, because I submitted in response to an invitation. And of course, the interview process took place June 6th, 7th, and 8th of 2021. And I was unanimously selected for the opportunity, and I continue to remain involved. So I look forward to a continuous future here in the city of Delray Beach, Florida. And again, the Department of Human Resources, I mentioned all of you, you too, Lachey, for the good work and guidance being effortlessly provided to all departments, divisions, and operations of the city of Delray Beach, Florida. So I can go on, but my contribution is to share my favorite story and experience with Mr. Dwayne DeAndre, given his professional role, not to mention the personal connection. He's also well regarded as a leader throughout the state of Florida, president of F-Power, which is fantastic. You talked to me a lot about that. We know some of the same individuals involved. And when it came time for you to pursue that leadership opportunity on an ancillary basis, I was more than supportive. Not only supportive, but extremely proud of you. And I think the entire organization should be as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will shut up at this time. Meanwhile, let's offer congratulations to Dwayne DeAndre.
Thank you. No, thank you.
I would like to make a special presentation.
Oh, yes.
Because and saw these gym bags,
Oh, goodness.
Dwayne has bugged us. And bugged us. Can I have my gym bag? Can I have my gym bag?
Well, there you go.
So we present you with your.
I finally
official-
got it, Ebony.
Not bugging us.
It's a beautiful bag, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. And now for the moment we've been waiting on, the $100 gift card raffle.
And you know, ladies and gentlemen, $100 is nothing to sneeze at.
That's right.
$100 is $100. So whoever wins this, make it count. I don't want anybody upset with me because I didn't pull that in. Oh, what if they left? Leonis.
Very good. He had to go back to work, but we'll make sure he gets it. He
Hassan,
showed up.
Can we trust you? I think So,
Very nice.
it's always fun when the person is here. This is why everybody who attends these events should stay to the very end. Make it a little bit of money. Yeah? And again, $100 is $100. So, we'll make sure we get that to him, and congratulations.
Very good.
Thank you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. And for those of you who are here to help recognize your colleagues, thank you very much for being here as well and giving me the opportunity to be indulged. Take care and stay warm.
Okay.